Yes, walking through the Children of the Corn footpath, which, if you see following my Facebook or maybe post it onto Twitter, you'll know what I mean. They seem to grow a lot of corn here, which I was wondering what it was, but now I'm close up, it's definitely corn. The footpath goes straight through a cornfield. Yeah, it's all a bit Stephen King. As is a little bit the village, although it's actually quite a friendly place. But yes, addendum to the thing from last night. I walked down to West Bexington, and I did one of my old school night walks because the roads around here are fairly quiet. There was a couple of people going down the beach to Chesil Beach at night, and it's like, what are you doing, dogging? In the dark. It's like, yes. What are you doing? But I had a look at the paths, and the paths, both sides, do not look interesting, as in, mostly they just go along the beach. And so one direction it's basically, hey, Chesil Beach, really? Or just, sort of goes into Chesil Beach, which long-term listeners or readers of the blog or anything I've posted about walking knows, as I say, three things I hate greatly. One I'll probably have today, which is wet grass with slippy footwear because it's raining. The other one is what I call scrabble or scramble, or scrabbly rocks, especially on inclines. But then the number one I hate above all, because I've done it, is pebble shingles. Because it's fine for a short while. But I did a 5-mile walk along Hythe, and there's no way of getting out of that because it's a military range. And it was horrendous because your legs just it really hurts the back of your legs. There's something about the walking through, it's like walking through mud. There's something about it which really is very, very hard on the legs. And the idea of doing 5 miles to West Bay, mostly along the beach, there's some paths inland, but no cliffies, no uppy downies. In the other direction it's all that way, and eventually goes into Chesil Beach itself, and it's like, meh. So what I'm wondering, after seeing that, I kind of knew this is kind of more of the research I did nearly a year ago and have forgotten about thing. But I'm here for Abbotsbury. I'm so here for Abbotsbury. I'm here for a few things around here, but I'm increasingly getting the feeling that I will probably have to move on past the. Well, I think it's not the Jurassic Coast anymore, because that's more of a West Dorset thing. Whereas East Dorset is Lyme Regis, and that looks more interesting. So I think what I might do is head more that way. Maybe do a day trip to the St Gabriel's Chapel, back. But we know that the buses go but late that way, so it makes sense to actually go. There's two things you can do. You can either go to the area you want to visit, or choose the buses wisely. Choose your buses wisely, and then sort of go with the flow of where the buses you can get back to late. So you walk towards the area where they run late, and then you run back on them. So I might do that, and so go past Charmouth and stay somewhere around Lyme Regis or beyond. The only problem, of course, is bank holiday weekend. It's coming, run away. And so I increasingly might have difficulty finding places that aren't full. Doesn't help today being a rainy day, and I mean rainy. Not like the flash flood deluge we had, which I managed to miss on the bus, but just constant rain or drizzle. It hasn't stopped today. Unfortunately, it means my solar is very low. It is charging, but it's just because so it's cloudy. It's just not really doing anything. So unless it brightens up by about the afternoon, because it's been shade the afternoon, I bet you anything it brightens up in the afternoon, late afternoon, because that's when the shade kicks in of the tree. Because I'm actually right by a tree, which is helpful. So I've got a dry area. I should have moved the tent under the tree, but I didn't. But I've got a dry area where I can have breakfast and do stuff, which is nice. And I'm right. The first one, well, not the first one. The last one, Golden Cat, was right next to a sewage works, which I didn't talk about. But yeah, it wasn't smelly, but we were right next to a sewage works. This time, I'm right next to a cemetery. That's fun at night when you hear noises. Especially when I heard the fireworks from the carnival, which I couldn't go to. Not that I'm bitter about that. Well, I'm glad I didn't go to it, because if I had gone to it, that would have been not a difficult 5 miles, not like over Durdle Door or something at night, which I've kind of done, but not like something like that. But it would have been a horrible 5 miles across mostly shingle beaches, and so it wouldn't be in quotes dangerous, but it would be horrible. So yes, not a fan of that. And so yeah, I'm rambling. So I'm thinking of heading that way, which would be interesting because that'll be new territory. I haven't researched that area at all. Looks interesting, looks more uppy than the stuff before it, because as soon as you get past the stealth hill of death, which is Stone Barrow Hill, Charmouth, Regis area is pretty flat. But I have memories of going to Lyme Regis. I've got photographs. I need to check where I went to, because I didn't go that way. I don't remember anything about Seaton or anything like that, or beer. So I must have come that way. But the thing is, I don't remember. Stone Barrow Hill, possibly. So if I did walk some of this, I completely blanked it. But I need to refer to my old photographs, because that would tell me where I was. And back then I was having a GPX track as well, so I actually could sync. So it's possible I even got a GPX tracker on exactly where I walked back in 2009 or wherever it was. It was a long time ago. It was 2000. It was noughties, not tens, but or maybe early tens, but more likely noughties. Because that's when I was doing all those coastal walks and not podcasting them. Well, technology wasn't there. Well, it was, but I didn't have it. And certainly this idea of having 4G in places like this, sometimes, like at the campsite, nothing. It's obviously the headlamp blocks it. So yeah, I think I might head down there, because if I'm going to end the holiday on a bang, I want it to be somewhere where it's like, okay, somewhere new, somewhere interesting, somewhere. Whereas here, I'm like, I kind of know bits of here, and I've been to Chesil Beach. Jaunt 2, I did Chesil Beach. I didn't walk it. I did part of it, and then went, I'm not walking the rest of this. Fuck that. And I mean, I respect anyone who has walked the 13, 14 miles to Chesil Beach, but it's this, if you don't know, it's this long promontory. Look at a map, but a long promontory of a sort of, there's like an inland section which they call I think it's Fleet Navigation, and then there's like a strand that goes out for 13 miles. So it's this kind of like beach that's on its own, this long strip. And, and there are people who do walk it. It's 13, 14 miles of walking on shingle pebbles, with no way of getting out. You if it rains, shine, whatever, you have to keep going. And, a walk of that length is not impossible for me, especially along the level. It's the uppy downy bits that are more strenuous for me. But I used to do 20-mile walks. I'm trying to do it now because I'm a bit unfit. But it's something I could build up to. But it's the shingle thing. It's just does your legs in after about 4 or 5 miles, and so you just like your legs really hurt. So anyway, we're walking down to Swire along the old track I mentioned. It joins up with the cornfield, Children of the Corn path. Because one of the reason why I know it's an old track is that it's actually, there's a style that has one of the old steps over the wall thing, and that's disused, and they've put a modern sort of wooden style next to it, and that's like, aha, that is old school. So anyway, I'm going to see if I can try and get the bus. And it's chucking it down. But I thought it was a good day to go and check out Abbotsbury. See what's there. I'm not going to go up to the castle. That'll be horrible this time, unless it clears it up a bit. But anyway, I'll speak to you soon.